It fell down shortly after. A heart pacemaker taken out of a patient to be replaced. A photo taken on the surface of a comet close to planet Earth. A baby melanistic alligator alongside a baby albino alligator. A gold medal from the very first modern Summer Olympics Games in 1896. The size of a live great gray owl versus the size of its skeleton. The size comparison between a human hand and a polar bear's paw. The door windows at this hospital are shaped like coffins. Joe Biden's moon rock from the Apollo 17 crew on display.
Thanks for your call. Please leave your name and
I think this is healthy debates and intelligent combat.
Sit there and save that break. I think he does truly care about this nation and cares about veterans. His actions, when it case to answer a call or something along those lines, you could have a disagreement with. And the point about him getting out of the military, yeah, that stands. That's right there. But he has done other things in the vet community that all veterans are aware of that he has helped us.
Thank you, Brent. Let me welcome Brent to the stage. What's up, Brent? Brent, are you there? Okay, Brent's not there. So, Brent, what do you think about this interview, Kamala Harris? It's okay. How you doing, Brent?
Not bad. I think the re-indictment, is kind of what you would expect. They had a Supreme Court ruling. He essentially removed some stuff per the Supreme Court ruling, like strong arming the Justice Department. I just find it reads like a pretty persuasive indictment, even with that material removed, and even removing, any hint of official acts from the indictment. So it'll be interesting how this goes, and if the Trump legal team can kind of argument that more things are official acts, which I would doubt. On the interview, I kind of think that Harris' interview was a strategy, allow the Republicans to kind of complain about it and build up expectations for this interview, and then you have a big news event. So, I think she was always going to give an interview. I think, you have to if you're running for president, but why rush out? Let the other side kind of make a big deal out of it.
Listen, thank you, Brent. A lot of people have a problem with how she's running her campaign. I have no problem with it. He got Biden into the White House. He stood in the fucking basement for like a year, right? And he won the White House.
That's not the campaign she's running, though. She's constantly out.
Hold on, Brent. I'm talking about interviews. Listen, I'm fine with, my first statement was I'm fine with how she's running her campaign, bro. I have no issue with it. But a lot of people seem to, from the right, have an issue with how she's running her campaign. And it's bizarre to me. But Mr. Warren's also raised $500 million in donations. $1 billion in donations. That's bananas to me. I don't care if it's small donations, big donations. Follow the money, it's going to lead her to the White House, I believe. But, and from what I saw today, and I don't really believe in polls, but she's leading in almost every poll. So, we'll see. Let me do a quick reset. President Trump was re-indicted for the January 6th event today by Special Counsel Jack Smith. Sounds like a fake name. But he re-indicted Donald Trump. He changed the indictment from the last one. He's going after them as the candidate, not the president. And Kamala Harris is going to be hosting her first interview Thursday on CNN with Vice President of candidate Tim Walz. What's up, Answer Hollywood? How you doing? Answer me there? Mm-hmm. All right, Answer not there. Alan Dean. I want, do me a favor. Is it just me, or did Donald Trump say, I'll meet you down there on January 6th? Marshall, did he say that, or is it just me? David, anybody?
I forgot his exact words. There was some intimation to go forward to Congress.
100%. He said, I'll meet you down there. Handsome Hollywood, what's going on, man? All right, Handsome, don't want to talk. He just wants a stage spot. All right, do you have an issue with Ms. Harris hosting this interview with Tim Walz? You as a Republican, does that bother you?
No, it's really good that she does something. I think that it'll be eye-opening. Her DNC bounce is like in the key districts. You'll hear Democrats chill for like, oh, she's leading in all these other places, but if you're in California or Texas, your vote doesn't count. It doesn't matter. New York doesn't matter to me. I'm just focusing on the key battleground states and the swing states, particularly in districts. When you look overall, even with her bounce, it's maybe 1 or 2% with a plus or minus margin of 4% in the polling. So that tells me that it's a lot closer than people think. Now, can she flip someplace? Maybe Pennsylvania? Maybe. I think it was a hit, not to pick Shapiro. That would have gave her a lock-in. As I stated the other night in this room, the one Democrat candidate that I was afraid of that would run against Trump was Shapiro. I think he would have blown away hands down. And it's clear that he was the front runner because most of the Democrats themselves, before Kamala came down anointed, they were cheering his name more than anybody else's. So he was the odds-on favorite to actually go through. I think it's still really tight, and we'll see what happens. Democrats will also point to the fact that Trump didn't get a really big bounce. Well, I mean, there was a lot that went on. There was an assassination attempt that week. He didn't get a bounce from that. And then Biden stepped down immediately after the RNC. So there was a lot going on that way. So we'll just have to see how this plays out.
There's more considerations, I guess, younger people have to deal with. Like, have you ever heard of somebody your age who don't want to have kids but weren't dating people?
Most people wanted to have kids, I would say, yeah.
That's the problem. Well, guys, for my generation, not everyone.
That's it. You know, the biggest reason why is just so damn expensive, right?
That's what they say.
If you didn't have to worry about the money, I think most people would have kids.
But the poorest people have the most kids. So it kind of defies that argument, you know?
It does.
But I guess they don't really care about outcome for their kids.
No, they don't give it a second thought. That's when we went from 2 to 3 kids, we were pretty shocked, you know, like it was planned. It's a big change, right? Everything's setting up for having 2 kids at most.
Yeah.
Ahead of that, you're in a different spectrum.
I have 2 siblings. I think that, like, in a perfect world, I have 3 kids too, but I'm so much younger than you that it's like, you know, I can't really plan for those types of things, and I know whatever happens, you know?
Well, the most important thing is you gotta talk to each other about whether you wanna have kids, and otherwise don't get together if one of you is different than the other.
Yeah, see, that was the issue with my ex. She was telling me that she'd be down, but then she was like, you know what, I kind of had like a soul-searching moment, and I realized under no conditions do I want to have kids. I was like, okay, I guess we can't date anymore then, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta move on.
Yeah, I'm Jewish, so I need to have Jewish kids as well.
In your faith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like unfortunate that that's also a barrier too. My ex was Catholic.
Is that something you're really high on, or is that more pushing?
No, I don't care that much. If the same ex was down to have kids, I could have worked through religious differences, you know. But
how about your parents? Would they feel? Would they get upset over that?
no, they wouldn't care.
That's cool.
But I would like to raise Jewish, but you know, like if they were like Christian as well, you know, and went to church, I would accompany them to church. It was like they could do that, you know, it wouldn't matter to me.
Well, I live in Palm Beach County, so we get lots of Jewish families and Jewish communities around here.
That'd be a good place for me to date. I could get some, you know, some rich kids, you know.
You gotta move to Boca.
Yeah. Yeah, when I'm in New York and like I see a girl on like one of the dating sites and she's from Boca or something, I'm like, oh damn, she's got the money to lock this one up, you know.
Listen, if you can't find a Jewish lady in New York, you got problems too, huh?
Yeah, I think there's probably something wrong with me, honestly. more than other people.
Two biggest areas, right? New York and Florida.
Yeah, I was in Atlanta, and it was like impossible to date a Jewish girl. But you know, now that I'm in New York, it's like, well, it's funny because my ex was Catholic, and I met her in New York. But you know, now that I'm trying more specifically towards Jewish people, not really an issue. You know, like in New York, there's just so many. Yeah, in Atlanta, it was like you have to date this one Jewish girl in your area, otherwise you can't date a Jewish girl. Like, fun stuff.
Well, unfortunately, it's tough when you gotta take a pool of candidates, so you can only take one's worth of the candidacy pool.
Yeah.
Limits it. Not that it
That's
matters. I mean, I think you just meet people by luck, you know, most of the
I
time.
agree.
Some people have a process to it, but a lot of times most people meet each other by luck.
How did you meet your wife?
I was playing baseball in New York, and she had a couple dates with my second baseman, and a couple dates later, I ended up dating her. So
That's cool. Didn't work out with the second baseman, so I don't know what position you were. Were you
first base. That was
first base? First base is better, you know. You get more balls hit towards you, you know.
No, they're
second base.
He was a good dude. He went to Holy Cross and became a doctor, so he became
Yeah.
very successful. Yeah, I think he's a heart doctor.
How good for him.
Yeah, he was a good dude.
Yeah, that's a good college. College of the Holy Cross. I've seen a couple people end up in good places from there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost quasi-Ivy League.
Yeah, I went to a private school in Atlanta, but it wasn't Ivy League, so that's what it is.
Yeah, I grew up mostly with, obviously I moved here when I was 33. And so I spent my 33 years in Canada. But in our area, about 90 miles northeast of Toronto, most people went, in Canada, most people go to public school. There's a good public school system,
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's interesting. I don't know. Colleges are too expensive now. I think like state schools are kind of dealing that are really affordable now.
That's where our kids went. University of South Florida and Florida State.
Yeah, I had a couple friends go to Florida State. I don't know if I knew many elsewhere in Florida. Most of my friends went to Seattle or from Denver.
Is that private?
No, it's public school.
That's where Dion is?
Yeah, that's where Deion Sanders is. That's where Yeah, nobody talked about the football team, and then, Coach Prime gets there, and now, even LeBron James is talking about it. It's like, holy crap. If only, I was still a student, because then it would be cool to go see him, Maybe I'll still do it then.
You missed the good days. Colorado was top 10 in the early 90s.
Oh, I wasn't even born yet. I missed that, but long. But that sounds cool.
$8,000?
Barely dropped.
Well, it's going below 60. I'm getting alerts.
Oh no, Bitcoin's going lower. How can I propagandize you?
It's not really going that much lower, it's fine. That's what Bitcoin is very
What do you think? What do you think about Litecoin?
I think yours is derailing, but Ryan left anyways.
I don't do anything aside from Bitcoin.
It looks good when I look at it, but I don't know. I thought only Bitcoin, only the brand name, but who knows, right? There's gonna be others.
Who knows?
Oreo wasn't the first. What is it? Hydroxy or something?
Hydroxychloroquine.
No, the cookie was called something.
This guy is like the biggest sire.
When you say somebody is
I'm
the
unconsenting psyop.
when you say
How's the nothing burger business going?
well, from nothing comes something, and many people can't understand that.
They literally people do not get it. I love it.
What?
Movie. That was a success.
Yeah, it's Roger Mayhem movie, Roger Mayhem show, Roger Mayhem podcast,
What?
scam movie.
It's a Roger Mayhem movie?
Yeah, Adrian Dittman movie.
Look at my thing. Now she's telling me, what are you talking about? I didn't say anything. You're the one who is nuts. You know what? I'm gonna give her a Hitler quote.
Who are you talking about?
I'm
Issa?
telling you, she has no idea what, like, because I'm sure that Danica said something and she just, like, it's probably normal for her to hear that. I don't know what was said. So she didn't even, like, I don't know. Like, I'm telling you, and I'm not one to defend her. You know. I think that she is the author.
No, I'm gonna talk to her one-on-one later. I'm talking to her one-on-one.
Who are you talking about?
I'm gonna tell it to her exactly as it is, and she has a decision to make.
Who are you talking about?
Some chick who she does have a sweet ass, but she has an ass.
She doesn't have a sweet ass, you know.
Who?
Come on.
You guys can't disclose
Just
who you're
like
talking
older
about?
girls. Any girl who's older than you and who isn't fat, you're gonna say.
Alistair Crawley.
What?
That's
Like,
right.
she's not ugly, but like, come
As
on.
a woman.
As a woman, what? She's like very. I don't know. Maybe some people think she's pretty, but like,
She is pretty, but that doesn't cut it.
Well, there's
See that thing?
more
Pretty
bad
woman.
hair, you know. Hair is the biggest indicator if a woman is like healthy, and her hair doesn't do it for me.
In general, she's pretty. She's pretty. That doesn't mean much to me on its own. But they're used to having simps, that's the issue here. Well, I'm not a simp. I just picked her. Somebody she came in here.
No, that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. I think that's why she hates me too. Even though, you know, there's a gross misrumor that I am a simp for the girl who doesn't sleep. I didn't simp for him. Never. That's why she hated me. Maybe. I don't know. I never thought like that. I never thought she hated me because I didn't simp for her. But I didn't simp for her, that's for sure. Told her to get the fuck out of my face. She would like back channel me, like trying to like tell me what to do when I had a room. And I just never fucking listened to her. And she got really upset. She tries to like run the show from the back. I don't know if you feel that way, but it's hilarious. In Jewish Clubhouse, back when the Jewish Mafia family was a thing, like she would try and pull strings from the back and like try and run the show like through the back channels and the DMs and stuff like that. I don't know if you feel that way because like I doubt you would. She just probably comes in here, but she's very like behind the scenes, like tries to, you know, converse. She's like Abby. They're similar and they're hanging out now and it all makes sense. But the thing that is just funniest to me is she's going around calling people anti-Semitic, but she's all buddies with the girl who doesn't sleep.
Because I'm the one who tells them I'm anti-Semitic, and then they start defending me. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, she's talking about, yeah, it's great. But she did call Issa anti-Semitic.
Because that's a weapon you can use against Isabel. That's not a weapon you can. I'm the one telling you I'm the new Hitler.
Yeah, but she said that to Isabel because Abby put that in her head.
No, whatever.
Do you only have one
Not
festival?
I'm pretty sure
You
that
said
is.
you're the one.
Yeah, I always tell them that I'm anti-Semitic. Let's begin this discussion by acknowledging that I am equal to a dog. I am the worst of the worst. I am anti-Semitic. So now let's move on.
Yeah.
Then they start defending. They're saying that I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm like, I am. What are you talking? I am anti-Semitic. I'm the one telling you.
Yep, that is facts.
It's so funny. Once they had an anti-Palestinian room, and I just went in there, I'm like, yeah, let's genocide all the. Look, every man, woman, and child. Let's gas each and every single one of them. Hang them by the willow tree, upside down. And then they all started defending Palestinians. It's insane. The Jews are the single most insane people that I've ever seen in my life, man. That's just what it is. It is true, Rick. You have to admit it, man.
Are you talking about? Oh, I don't know. Are you talking about this app or like? deal with Jews in real life?
Few. The Jews I know in real life are like not real. Oh, well, they're just like this app, yeah, actually, yeah. That is the same shit.
Oh, so you never met one in real life?
Not many, but I have met, yeah. Maybe more.
Yeah, like the Jews that, like this app to me is not real at all. These Jews on this app are horrible. And I just don't really feel any sort of alliance towards a majority of them. But in real life,
You blame Kanye?
no, I blame their fucking these fucking. I don't know who I blame. There's no. I'm not like a blamer. It just is what it is. They're nasty to be around. They're just like the biggest hypocrites who can hate, but then they cry about people hating them.
Yeah, but your problem is you think that there's these things called Jews. There's no such thing. That's a concept. You're just talking about people. People suck.
Fair. It's like I'm not trying to name and shame, but it's some of these Jews, I just see them non-stop crying about anti-Semitism, and if they're not crying about anti-Semitism, they're just spewing hatred. And it's like, okay. Whereas in real life, I don't deal with people who either cry about anti-Semitism or spew hatred. Welcome back, Janet and Nora.
Jen and I were never part of it, so we came back at the same time.
Okay.
Just kidding, we don't even follow each other. Oh my gosh. My dad is so funny. There's like a Facebook memory that came up with him dancing to Michael Jackson.
Fucking love Michael Jackson.
Yeah. My dad had to move, so I wish it was a longer video. It was like less than a minute. Randy, what is this guy's name? Brother, what's his name?
Brother Nathaniel.
Brother Nathaniel.
Oh man, we have the fire alarm. Holy fuck, again. There we go.
Why? Is it fake or real? Is it like a fire drill?
I don't know if it's fake or not, but I'm honestly not gonna evacuate. I'll just mute up.
Well, we don't want you to burn to death.
I won't burn to death, but anyways, so I mean, they're most of the time they're fake anyways. So at this point, I just don't believe it.
Have you heard of the boy who cried wolf?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
No, but the last time is actually real.
Yeah, that's the moral of it, I think.
I know something in the Old Testament reminded me of that Old Testament teaching. I can't remember what it is that I read. Or in the New Testament.
Do you know the story of Ahasuerus and Mordecai?
What a waste of time.
I was gonna ask ChatGPT an important question. I don't remember what the question was gonna ask it.
By the way, can you guys hear it in the background, or is the voice isolation?
It's a little bit. It's not that. It's not like the black people's
Now you can hear everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Evacuate.
No, turn that shit off, if possible.
No. It's not happening.
That works in the smoke alarms, which are illegal.
But the toxin of the fire keeps it running.
Oh shit, it's actually on fire.
I told you.
Wait, what? Someone's in your building?
Yeah, it's not me.
How do you know?
How do I know? Because
I mean, it could just be a fire drill.
they do that now. Oh my god! Don't lie, Rick. Stop.
No, it's just weird as shit. My brother.
I didn't say in our little mubahah that you're gonna die. I just said that you would get sick.
Oh.
Bye, Randy. It was nice knowing you. Good luck surviving the fire.
Shut up,
Make sure you
Adrian.
take
Just let
your
it go.
ledger.
It's usually
Just so you know,
it's usually the smoke that kills, not the flames.
Just take your ledger. That's all you need. Everything else is replaced.
what floor are you?
Grab a wet rag and put the wet rag on your mouth.
Shut up, Adrian.
Yeah, I think the fire is right below me.
Stay low and touch the doors. Touch the doors with the back of your hand. Stay low.
I can't walk on the floor without wearing something on my foot at this point. So I'm probably gonna have to quit.
What floor are you on? Dude, you gotta like.
Just remember that office fires brought down World Trade Center 7. Look out, Randy. We know where you're at. Prepare for the building to be demolished. Say your last words quickly.
Yeah, definitely get a bag. Maybe.
It was Princessia that wished this curse upon you of evil and death.
No, I cursed myself. I just looking for him to get sick. I cursed myself to death. I cursed him just to get sick.
Anything you want to say for your last words to my YouTube audience?
You're so stupid.
Do you have any numbers in it?
Good luck, Randy. It was fun talking about Bitcoin all these years. Too bad you didn't pay heed to the warning of your fire detector.
YouTube audience. I just want you to know that Adrian is a transgender black woman man pretending to be a Catholic Jew.
What? A cashew? You know, I think the audience are bots.
It's funny, I just actually ate some cashews. They were delicious. And now I'm drinking red wine and smoking cannabis.
No, there's zero audience in YouTube.
I know, isn't it?
Look, Adrian, we have to. This is a nothing burger.
I get it.
Get some bots.
I get it. It's crazy.
However,
Asperger.
gotta get your ledger, get a bag, maybe your laptop, maybe your cat.
It's called algorithm discrimination. I mean, it's impossible. The algorithm just rewards the dumbest things possible. And really, it's also a testament to the fact that no one, even on this app, cares about what I do, and no one on all the other apps care about what you do.
Exactly. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about you but yourself. That's fair. Man,
We have a Playboy bunny in the room. Let's give the Playboy bunny the proper intro.
So the title is from a rabbi. We should ask him why the Playboy bunny.
No, it's in your profile.
Shut
I
up.
know. I received multiple titles. That's why it's in my life.
Rabbi, did I tell you that I actually got to speak with Brother Nathaniel on X Spaces, and he got extremely upset with me and demanded that I be kicked out immediately. It was hilarious. He's super sensitive. He was so easy to gaslight, and he went bananas.
We don't care. We want to make sure that Randy's okay. He's in a freaking fire.
Oh, it's too late. I told you. He's in a collapsed structure right now. This is just, he's on mute.
Okay.
The cell phone survived the implosion and the impact. You should have said your last words of kindness to him like I did, so that we'll have eternal reward in heaven.
Literally, we're evil.
Listen, I sent the Mossad to his building to implode the structure so that he might say a few blessed words to the Holy One on behalf of us. Anyways, he's making preparations for us in heaven now. There's no more need to worry about anything. Since Rabbi Randy went to heaven, he interceded on our behalf, and he cured all of our problems here on Clown House. Thank you, Rabbi Randy McDickerson, for speaking with God and making sure everything's cool again. Thanks, Rabbi.
I'm gonna listen to the lecture afterwards, okay?
Yeah, I don't know, Nora. I'm gonna need you to let me know that he's okay.
You know, Princessia, this might be part of your...
I gotta go do shit.
Did you ask, what's that guy's name? Bashar?
This is how you know the Muslims are better. I'm waiting.
Muslims are better. This is how you know Muslims are better? This is how you know?
Jews are better.
Oh, at least you go to the gym.
I just know that from previous room experiences of someone potentially being in danger, Nora is not gonna let up and she's gonna get to the bottom of it. So
She's very
Do you
investigative.
think that, Alistair really just channeled, Bashar, from
Assad?
Syria?
Bashar Assad.
Yeah.
Princessia, when you go to the gym, do you wipe down your equipment after you use it? And, you know, are you one of those types?
Randy!
Randy's getting his shit and getting the fuck out of his apartment.
Randy!
Adrian, was that actually good advice to like take a wet washcloth and put it in your mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully he did that.
It acts as a filter from the smoke. If
I
you're
don't
really
know,
fucked.
He took his Bitcoin wallet.
If you're really fucked, you wet a
I don't know, like if my
you take a wet towel, you put wet towels all over your head and body, and you run through the fucking flames and drag yourself out through the smoke. I mean, I've seen major fires. I've been through major fires. Like, you know, it's crazy. Rabbi Randy is, I told you, no longer with us. He's been turned into a shawarma, cooked medium well, and he's now well done. Sorry, Randy, but, you know, there just wasn't enough time, but at least we got this one last room. If your phone survives the fire, the room might go for 24 hours, which would be great. God bless, Rabbi Randy. It's been fun talking Bitcoin all these years, and your trolls on the Republicans and the Democrats have been great. But no one will remember them, Randy. No one. I've captured all your thoughts and put them in a bottle.
So satanic. You're so demonic.
Demonic?
I don't know. This is insane.
You believe comic books? Demons and angels? You believe that stuff?
Remember, this is the nothing burger. It's a nothing burger.
Yeah. Princessia is the one bringing up the fire and the smoke. That's all bullshit. Rabbi Randy's sitting there jerking off, looking at some fucking FetLife porn, and laughing at this conversation. So all your fake, you know, your fake fucking panic is all bullshit. Rabbi Randy, running through the flames. Rabbi Randy, trolling all the Jews. Rabbi Randy, trolling everyone every time. He's a troll. Who did? Habibi turned into shawarma. Habibi.
Randy, if you hear this, hopefully you got out safe and maybe it was just a fire drill.
No way, man. This guy's deep fried falafel. I'm putting the tahini on.
Shut up, Adrian.
I'm getting the tomatoes and the lettuce and the mayo, and he's finished.
It's the scam movie speaking.
Yeah, this is Scam Movie Part 2. Congratulations, everybody. Propagandize these nuts. Many people don't know this, but I'm actually Rabbi Randy McDickerson, and I have been pretending to be a Jordanian falafel shawarma maker in Canada who pretends to be a banker. But little do you know that I am an agent of the Hashemite kingdom, and King Abdullah, the great king of Jordan, is my cousin. This is Rabbi Randy McDickerson, bringing you the best of Rabbi Randy sausages.
Amazing. Alright, so I'm at the front.
Let's go! Dude, Nora, I thought I had to go, and I was like, Nora, like let me know when Randy's good. And she was like, this is why the Muslims are better than the Jews, because they go. Where's Nora? Where is Nora?
No, she was afraid. She actually was afraid.
I know she was afraid. And Edmund, did you hear what he was saying? It was so fucking funny. I was trying to laugh.
A little bit, not
hear me? I said get your ledger.
No, it's like the floor wasn't on. It's a drill. But I'm like, you know what? Shit, since it's going off.
You
Like,
gotta
might
be
as well.
careful doing that in front of Nora. She's gonna like call the police, like worried about you.
Yeah, but that's exactly what you would tell her now. Nora's a good girl. She's crazy, but she's a good
I know, I know, but I'm saying she's gonna seriously worry about you. She was like, you're demonic.
We're all retarded in our own ways, right? But,
Only retards. I love it.
yeah. Oh, well, Nora is a good person. Although she did mubahala with me, which if you're not familiar with that, according to Islamic ways, because we
Get
disagree.
married, like a contract.
No, it's a curse, basically. It's an Islamic curse. One of us is a liar, right? And basically Allah will curse the liar and he will die in a year, or less than a year. She said 1 week, but now it's a week. If my son enough, my apartment is burning, she might think that she had victory. But yeah, no. Things are good. Everything is amazing. Is that Chronica? That is Chronica. How are you doing? I'm not gonna troll you this time.
Alright.
Is that a part of the troll?
Who knows?
No, it's not. The show's not so. I made her homeless last time. I almost made her homeless last time. So I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. He still fucking snaps on me every day almost.
Yeah, if he hears me, he's still pissed.
Wait,
Yeah.
what happened?
Because Rabbi was saying all kinds of shit about a train run and all kinds of shit like that. Justin kicked me out.
Oh my god. You know what? Oh wait, you were on Clubhouse? You were on Clubhouse out loud and like someone was not supposed to hear something, or is that what you're saying? Oh my god. That's crazy because one time like someone came into a room and I remember saying something and I was like, holy shit, if this was on speakerphone, like that would be fucked up. And it wasn't.
Yeah.
But
I didn't have headphones. I'm mostly always on speaker because I can't handle it.
Like, was it a joke?
No, like Justin flipped his fucking.
No, I'm saying no. Was Randy? Was he joking? Like, was it an obvious sarcastic joking comment?
No.
Oh, not even true. I guess that deserves a. I'm not gonna troll you then.
Oh yeah, it was pretty bad. He still yells at me if he hears Rabbi.
Wait, are you trans, Asana?
No, I'm girl.
Oh, I see.
I just have lungs. I have lung shit. I have like chronic bronchitis, bronchial asthma, and spots on my lungs.
Oh, I see.
So people on Clubhouse think that they can just like ask women if they're trans. Like that's been a common thing that I've heard.
All the time. You know how many times I've been asked? I get asked every
I don't know
single
about you, no, but I've heard like
They're gonna upset when they say no. I think
I'm not
they're
gonna
gonna
name
upset.
the chat, but I've heard
Because only
there's still someone who.
only reason I ask is because there are a lot of trans on this app. I just never really.
Most of the trans are fake. Most of the trans that are on here that say they're trans, they're actually men pretending to be women.
Yeah, I get it. That's what is your definition different than my definition?
No, like they live their lives as men though.
I know, but it's a full-time job to try to be a woman. You do realize that, right? Like some men eventually get exhausted. They're like, oh, I can't keep it up. It's so exhausting.
I don't know. A lot of them actually still have like their man parts and their beards and their grossness, and they're literally just men.
Well, those are the TikTok stars. There's that one guy who's really famous who got invited to the Kamala event, to the DNC, and all these other famous trans that are preferred trans of the DNC.
Tea time, what's up?
What up? The one that stole the suitcase.
Nothing, just thought you got off.
That guy is really crazy and really funny, though.
Anything to get Chicago cheeseburger off the mic.
Yeah, I can't tell what here because he records everything.
Yeah, well, so, you know, it's crazy because right when Randy said that there was a fire in his building and tried to troll us or Nora or whatever, saying
why
he
are you
doesn't record it.
recordings?
He's on YouTube, but he puts his stuff on YouTube, but he has a total audience of 0 listeners.
That's the big point. Yeah.
That's what's like a little
It's true. It really is 0. And I don't know, and I work hard too.
Talk to yourself in the mirror.
I post my videos to Reddit, I post them to Facebook, I post them to X, and honestly, like, people, they, once you just get a couple minutes of me, you're like, okay, I never need to ever go back to that ever again. But the thing is, there's just so much content that I can put out there and cross-platform that, like, I can't believe people keep coming here to have the same conversation over and over again for years.
No, this app is way better.
No, I'm telling you, I've heard everything under the sun and everybody's repeating themselves like psychopaths. Everyone here has a mental health disorder and you're all retarded.
You're still here.
I know, it's because I am also, I'm trying to help people, actually. That's the thing. But none of you actually are really trying to help anyone.
How are you trying to help people?
I'm trying to educate people to the fact that they're not liberated, that you're a moron.
Well, you do educate people, Chicago Cheeseburger. Remember, what is it, hypnosis, communication? What is that?
You could say that all communication is hypnosis, or you could say that all communication is magic.
Yeah. How's the cheeseburger company doing? Nothing burgers? They're magic. They're nothing burgers.
I mean, you may think you're cool, but I challenge you. Tell us, what problems are you trying to solve in your life?
Who are you talking to? The recorder? No, he's talking to me. That's a good question. What problems am I trying to solve in my life? I try and, like, prevent problems from happening. I don't enjoy solving problems in my day-to-day life.
Sounds to me like a big fucking problem.
I got my hash pipe.
Sounds to me like a big fucking problem.
Alright, it's a good problem to solve. Creature, Chicago cheeseburger.
Well, the big question is what Rabbi deals with, which is really philosophy. And if you haven't cracked books,
Psychology. It's hypnosis.
it's psychology and hypnosis, yes. And so what we're talking about is databases.
Magic?
It's magic, yes.
Yeah.
And Rabbi is a traveling man. He's a Freemason, and so the Freemasons primarily are dealing with natural magic or alchemical mysticism of the sage.
I'm learning. Do you know Jeff?
Which one?
Indiana, Miami, Jeff? Jew Jeff?
Jeff.
Castle?
Yes, Jeff the Jew, that's right.
Yeah, he's my number one assassin. He gets me kicked out of every single room.
It's been he my fucking guts, but now because he thinks I'm a Freemason, now he calls me brother.
Oh,
Yo,
shit.
I think I was in a room for that. That was hilarious. That was so fucking funny.
Yeah, I signed up to thinking that I'm a Freemason because he's a Freemason. And he even started saying, no, Rabbi is 100% a Freemason because how do you know? Oh, because of the things he says, 100% he's a Freemason. And now he was,
Oh, that's why he's like, we're in the same frat.
yeah,
Oh, God.
he hates me for being anti-Semitic, but now I'm an anti-Semitic brother.
No!
That's so funny.
I mean, I know a lot of Jews that are into Freemasonry and Kabbalah, and they're just nice, normal people, but they're divorced, and they still got bad taste, and they like bad-tasting soup. I mean, they do what they do. I mean, I can't believe they do what they do. Thank God I got spared ever joining the Freemasons.
Yeah, but how do you justify that? Because he thinks like anti-Semites are the worst of the worst. And he thinks I'm anti-Semitic. But now I'm a brother. Like how do you reconcile?
Are you allowed to talk about the Fight Club?
I can well, the fact, yeah.
I think it's just fair to say that everybody's crazy and that it's an index, but really, if you really are struggling, like physically, mentally, financially, etc., you know, this is a good app to try to course correct if you're really deranged. And I do believe there are really severely impaired people on this app that are really causing harm to their future well-being because that they're here all the time talking about the same things all the time. They're clearly not reading books. So I get the feeling that people are regressing as opposed to progressing. And if you believe in liberation, and the good news, it's pretty easy to share it with people if you've really ingested the poison pill.
What's the good news?
The good news is that you've been doing this not just for 4 years. You've been doing this dance for infinity or eternity. That's, in my opinion, the real good news of the gospel is that you are the prima causa. You're the Big Bang.
In Soph?
Yeah, I would say that's pretty close to it. I mean, whatever that means. I mean, if it means limitless light, I get the feeling that that's just like saying infinity.
Yeah, you can't destroy energy.
Yeah. And, I think it's decentralized, meaning that you really have no choice in the matter of how you present or how you mask or how you personality or personalize or identify. You're just born randomly. And that's like the genius of the consciousness or of reality, that it's like so random that it is indistinguishable and very difficult to identify. And that's really the great challenge, or what I asked to Rick, what problem are you trying to solve? That problem is not a readily apparent problem unless you go on the spiritual mystic path and read philosophy or psychology or anything. I mean, the New Testament, Old Testament, it's all like Greek Neoplatonism. So, and it's universal. It's in every single religion, every single part of the world. There's, you can look at it from a chart perspective, but the underlying principles of the universe are within every single major world religion or subcultures. And there's really nothing new under the sun. Everything was really figured out in like the late 1500s. That guy, Dr. John Dee, and the Kabbalah, that was probably, as far out as you can get. If you want to talk about being crazy, that's like hardcore LARPing. And then using hardcore LARPing to make incredibly important decisions for the country. So, you're talking about like people that use comic books and divination to make, incredibly insane decisions and make proclamations or write orders to people that go and do crazy things on behalf of their government or their king and queen. So yeah, this is just my basic reading into books that I have, and then using Clubhouse and cannabis and wine and coffee and video technology to try to get to the truth, which is that everyone is the truth wrapped up in a mystery, and that mystery is essentially that everybody is a mirror image of each other. It's just a question of your education or your database. And then also your ability to comprehend or understand what it is you're actually reading. Because you could look at a lot of fiction, but still never come to the conclusion that you are the eternal dancer or the infinitely spinning universe, constantly reimagined, in a non-obvious, random way. But it comes about. So, the real understanding is to know that everything that has happened in your life has happened exactly in the way that the disposer wanted it to happen. It's faith or simulation or simulacra. But your road rage on the journey is the big problem. And when you get the understanding that you are the eternal dancer, you no longer have road rage. And so for every journey you go on this app or in the real world, You cannot go on that journey without any rage. And that is really being very aware, meaning that people can't get one over on you. Because when somebody makes you angry, you're the patsy. You're the sucker. So, if you want to intentionally make people angry, well, then you can prove that they're the sucker. And you can take advantage of them, because a sucker is born every minute. But, if you're a moral, ethical person, or you're just a happy person, you're no longer suckering people. You're trying to free people from their own rage, which is inhibiting them from progressing successfully to victory. And in the process, you continually liberate yourself. So that's to the second power. When you liberate others, you constantly liberate yourself.
Makes a lot of sense.
So this is why the troll or the fool does have a role or a place within online communication, and why Rabbi Randy McDickerson, though I think he's an anti-Semite Jew hater, I know enough Jordanian Orthodox Christians to know that they're very good people, and that Muslim Islamist terrorists are generally the worst of the worst, the most obnoxious, and the people that really you don't want to hang out with. But you'd rather return fire as opposed to go break bread, Bye. We'll just bulldoze over you in concrete in September. Take care now.
Exactly.
I have no clue what this guy's talking about.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, I think someone just said, wanted to call for and, not overreact to the listener, and I just realized, just listen to the Chicago caseworker guy. You can achieve it. And I liked what you said about the road rage. That's poignant stuff. Did anyone else pick up what he put down about the road rage?
No, I missed that part.
So good morning. I was just on the train and I'm early for my meeting, and I'm not comfortable talking in front of the people who are in the room, but I just wait for it.
So the road rage is going into a room. Road raging is like driving a car, but coming into a room.
Randy, are you okay?
Yeah.
Did you leave, or what happened?
No, sit down.
Then why did you feel hot?
I lied.
What?
I lied because I wanted you to think that you want the mubahala.
I didn't even wish death upon you. I wished it upon myself.
But I told you that sometimes works.
You're so fake. Oh my gosh.
But I appreciate that you were right.
Did you see the difference between the Jews and the Muslims?
Yeah, the Jews are the most vile creatures that I've ever seen in my entire life. Shit.
Who's Alistair?
I see it the opposite.
Aleister Crowley is the master Therion. He is Frater Perdurabo. He LARPed. He moved to America, actually. He was a British publisher who published all the Western occult traditions from the Temple of the Golden Dawn. And this other guy, L.L. McGrathers. They were spiritual drug addicts, and they published all of their mystic voyage quests and wrote many, many, many books. And they have their own cult throughout the world known as AA or OTO. And they claim that they run the world government. And it's basically a bipolar fiction club of LARPers. It's like Comic-Con, but on 1930s acid.
What about Thelma? Or Thelemi?
That's Greek.
Thelema?
That's Greek for will or love or agape, fatherly love, or, basically...
Isn't that part of it?
Yes, Thelema is basically driving your car to a vacation without any road rage.
Doesn't Watts talk about that?
Yeah, Watts talks always about be here now. And so the big thing about Watts is he discloses that everyone is technically Jesus Christ, or everyone is technically God in drag, and that essentially if you're depressed or you're anxious, or you have fear, or you have problems in your life, you're looking for solutions outside of yourself. So you can do meditation or silence your mind and shut the fuck up and come to the conclusion that you're the Big Bang and that all of your worry, all of your fear, all of your road rage is essentially misinformation from a propaganda environment that takes you away from yourself. Yourself is the truth. The truth is within you. It is not outside of you. And so if you return to the truth of the self, you liberate yourself and you can modify the environment for your advantage. This is basically magical theory and practice.
If someone is depressed, they could focus on the things they could change in their life and use it as a way to set goals, because the things that they're upset about.
No. The conclusion is to come to the conclusion that there are no problems, that the way things are in your life is exactly as how they should be. And when you center yourself, you can modify the environment without doing any work. You can modify it because it's all about your way of thinking or your demeanor or your temperament, because you will always have success as long as you don't have road rage. All of your problems in life always accumulate from conjunctive or compulsive road raging. And if you come on Clown House, you'll realize that everyone here is suffering from road rage chronically. It's obviously apparent that every green bean on this app is suffering from what we call road rage.
Doesn't it scary? Because if they got behind the wheel of an actual car, they're basically psychopaths on the road. Because I don't think fighting with strangers is that they think they're blowing on speed. I just don't think that talking to be on the app is really relieving any like stress. But I don't use the app like that. I won't fight with strangers. Someone today started berating me, right? And just her character, she does that. And it just blows my mind. Like, I don't know her from a hole in the wall. I'm a good person. She's a more horrible person. Like to make movies of what it is. But for harassment, right? But I just wonder what she's getting out of it. Because I'm guessing not a lot, right? It could be very fulfilling for rating strangers on the internet. People like it. Lock people, get power, you're in control. Okay, how is that helping you in your life? It's not, right? It's really just making you more sick. I'm probably addicted to the internet. I'm afraid of sitting in the phone. I added you back on it. I actually didn't have it. I gotta go incognito because people like Rabbi that like to troll me.
I'm saying Rabbi is a useful tool in liberation, but if you don't know the basic concepts, you can't use Rabbi to liberate you. He will just troll you.
How do I cancel out all my karma?
To realize that karma is a concept. It's like ego or Jew. It does not exist except in the linguistic. It's not real.
It may be.
No. There's two types of karma, or two ways of interpretation, and one is real and one is fake. Action equals karma. That's the truth of karma. And you are not your words, you are what you do. So your action defines you. Your words blind you. I mean, I hope you guys are like enjoying what I'm saying, because in my opinion, I should be getting paid millions of dollars. I mean, all these gurus put out all this bullshit. Deepak Chopra. I mean, come on, man. You could summarize this shit in one fucking paragraph. Instead, people spend their whole lives stringing people along. Krishnamurti, he must have spoke for 60 fucking years and never said a fucking thing.
That's wild. No, I like listening to you. You have a lot of insight. You're pretty damn smart when you're not trolling.
So there's a Zen story of a sage who says, I got out of the bathtub and I said a bunch of shit for 60 years and then I got back into the fucking bathtub.
So, are the elites actually evil?
I would say yes, because of their ignorance. They don't even know they're sinning. They're so ignorant.
It's just weird how all the stars, like, lately are really, really pushing the devil and all that, like weirdo stuff, like the blood stuff, the dream stuff.
They took down a statue of Robert E. Lee and put up a statue of a Baphomet with testicles and like a 3-foot dick and horns, where Robert E. Lee's. You tell me, is that not coordinated and sophisticated cult? That's a cult. Like, there is a secret society. I'm pretty sure that they base a lot of this off of Aleister Crowley, but they're so stupid they don't even really appreciate what Crowley did, meaning that Crowley was like a super hippie. He was a super subversive, anti-government capitalist. And he moved to America and he went broke. And he self-published a lot of his research because he thought he was so fucking great. And the truth is, I have many of his books, and they are really valuable in my opinion, because it's like ChatGPT, where you can take 30,000 books and summarize it. He did all the heavy work because he went through the British Empire, collected the world's manuscripts. They fucking LARPed and took everything of value. That's why English is the modern day communication. I mean, just in the other room, there's a guy from Tokyo speaking fucking English. English is the language of not just communication, but commercialization, commodification, banking, etc. I mean, fuck, Canadian banks, American banks, British banks, European banks, like, the outside world has to deal with those entities in English.
Are you brain dead?
It's that spiritual depth and philosophy, psychology.
Also, supposing demonic hypnosis. What if that's hypnotized you in a demonic way?
Oh gosh, no.
It's elementary.
Aleister Crowley is neo-paganism, and in the 1960s and 70s and 80s, Americans were at peak abundance, and so they started going back into this occult material and then really doing it, and and they recorded it and they made art out of it, and now they're all dead. But I am essentially researching it. I'm not trying to revive it, but I have spent a lot of money researching this information. And what I've come to the conclusion is they use it as a project management tool to essentially psych out their psyche to do what they want to do. It's a way to basically turn the noise down, because these rooms are so hypnotic that you can't turn away. You can't de-distract yourself or focus your awareness on productivity and liberation and your health and your wealth and your love and your joy and your housing and your security and your clothing and your car and your security and your community and your having a fun life and networking and doing things. Like, life can be so joyful and abundant, but rooms on this app and things in your society will propagandize these nuts. And I just ate some Kiko's corn nuts. I don't know if you've ever had Kiko's, But I love these Kiko's corn nuts. They might shatter your teeth if your teeth aren't very strong, so be careful. They can crack your teeth. Kiko's corn nuts.
Are you talking about the Peruvian
Or
or something? Remember?
I don't know. They're like corn. They're like corn, but like baked or something, and they're like super hard. But damn, like they're salty and fuck, they're good. But they will crack your fucking teeth.
when did you first start discovering retardation?
I've been an employee of the U.S. I've been an employee of the U.S. federal government since 2002, so 22 years. I
Yeah,
technically
but the retardation started in 2002 or from?
no. In 2022, I was just a totally innocent, unaware individual that had no idea that there was, 60 years of history pointing me towards death in the hills of Afghanistan. And I had no idea, who could know? How I have a t-shirt that says I survived the Bush administration. I'm proud that I'm here speaking to you because I know a lot of people that are dead now that died by small arms fire or IEDs or mortars or catastrophes. I survived. And I didn't necessarily know that I was being scammed, but they scammed us. 9/11 is the big scam, the biggest scam, because WTC7 can't fall from office furniture fire, and you just survived an office furniture fire. So propagandize these nuts. They say that George Bush is the son of a union between Aleister Crowley and his mother, Laura Bush. The cult could be real. And I would say that I've seen enough evidence to know that there are people involved in cults. And I think it's a fact. I am not in a cult, but I would like to have my own harem, of course, of 20 beautiful virgins. Why not? The point is, propagandize these nuts.
I heard about that. But wait, who? I thought Aleister Crowley's daughter was the first Bush.
No, you might be right. I think you're right. But again, I think this is a stupid conspiracy. I don't think that Crowley mixed with the Bush family. It's possible because of like the Bavarian German Illuminati connection. The Prescott Bush he was connected to the Nazis, and the Nazis were deep into occultism. Huh?
Eulogia Club or whatever.
Anyways, I'm just saying that I can detect that there's something hidden, and I'm sure that. I mean, I met a CIA agent once, and he got really drunk, and he was like, "Do you know who I work for?" I was like, "Who?" He's like, "The fucking CIA." I was like, "Really? Wow." But he was just like a security guard. He wasn't very smart in the real world, but he was just playing the role of a security guard internationally. And so, like, you could say you're CIA, but dude, you're just a highly paid security guard. And maybe you're listening to conversations, but you should watch that movie with Gene Hackman. It's called The Conversation, where they're recording people and they're putting secret microphones in parks and doing surveillance work. That is like real spy work. Is
Such a great movie with an amazing ending.
I don't remember the ending.
The ending, that's the, not to tell you this here, but the same advice goes to me. I gotta watch it again. I remember I watched it about 15 years ago now. I probably owned it, but all my DVDs got ripped off. By
Who the fuck is in the movies?
Well, it's 15 years ago, so,
Oh.
but the movie was so good. I remember watching it a few times, and then probably with director's commentary that's available. I studied film a lot, right? 10 years of film and comedy and analysis as a kid. But what I remember about the movie is actually the ending is the twist and the very last scene, which you probably remember the very last scene. So if you don't remember the last scene, because it's perfect filmmaking, and you don't remember the twist about watching the movie, you'll love it again.
I mean, do you think it's a conspiracy that we use the same calendar that they used, 2,300 years ago? I just realized that today, that we're using the same calendar that they talked about 2,300 years ago. So, really?
Well, the Jewish calendar is in like 5,000 and something.
No, not Jewish. I'm talking February, January, March. Those are the standards. The 12 months. Like that is a.
But there's the but there's the Gregorian, there's the Julian, there's all the same.
I know.
We're not using the real calendar. We're not using the right thing. There's only 28 days in each cycle. There's 28 days in the moon cycle, and there's 13.
Well, it seems forced, right? So I guess
But
what
they
I'm.
don't want us to use the number 13 because they think it's evil or whatever.
Well, it's like measurements. It's like a foot versus, the English, the royal measurements. I'm just saying that the transliteration is a complication. That's all I'm saying.
Well, we don't even have 13 floors. If there's a 13th floor, they change it to 14. If there's a 13th apartment, they change it to 14 here in Canada, for sure.
I was born on the 13th. Is that some spooky shit?
Yeah, 13 has
that's
a
cool.
recognition.
Don't listen to Veronica.
I was born on the 31st. All I'm saying is that in Ontario, where I live, we don't have any 13ths. They take away the 13th floor, they take away the 13th apartment, and they change it because they're afraid of it.
Yeah, because it represents death. That's why, numerically.
Oh, you guys are okay, so. Okay.
There's a famous.
I was born on the 31st.
There's a famous Roman legion called the 13. If you look it up, it's like, nobody has anybody in this room ever suffered great tragedy? Like insane tragedy?
Yep.
I did.
Pretty much.
So what is your insane tragedy?
Well, they want
It
to
just
do that.
depends on what you think is insane, I guess.
Meaning that to you think it's unbelievable, but I'm saying in comparison to other tragedies, everything is relative. I mean, I've seen videos of Palestinians where it's like you can't even believe it because their lives are completely destroyed, like beyond belief.
Yeah, no, I never had something like that. That is relative, right?
Most of my life has been extreme trauma.
Well, I mean, I'm saying like I wasn't in a kibbutz like in a closet while 30 people got killed around me by some guy screaming Allahu Akbar. I'm just saying that everything is relative, but like when people come and kill you, like that changes your whole perspective on the way you live your whole life. It becomes a security focused perspective.
Yeah, I had people come in the house with guns. They were gonna shoot everybody. They robbed the whole house.
Yeah, but that's still nothing, bro.
But they didn't actually shoot anybody. But because I was friends with the guy, he said, "Just sit there, don't speak, don't do anything wrong, and we're just gonna come in and do what we're doing, and then we're gonna leave." But they didn't have their gun. It was a little bit fucking freaky. And then my girlfriend once came into the room, punched through 2 panes of window glass, turned around, and waterfall blood all over our whole room.
No, but I get that, but his point is like, it is relative, right? Because, well, that's horrible, that's nothing compared to someone, for example, who literally got his entire family raped and enslaved.
Right. So it's just all depends
It's all
on the
bad. It's all just not good. I mean, it's all trauma.
I know, but it's relative, meaning that if you use extremes, you can try to rationalize and come to an equilibrium based on your trauma. This is about therapy or healing work or wellness work, awareness work, because being here now is the truth. You just repeated to me memories lodged in your brain, in your central cortex, in your axons, neurons, and dendrites. You are an iPhone with 2 arms and 2 legs. You are a recording box. I'm a recording box repeating to you an amalgamation of my recordings, giving you a ChatGPT algorithm breakdown of my understanding, knowledge, and interpretation to help speed us along to get somewhere productive and useful. Because I think this app could be used to even grow businesses. It's modern day telephony. The problem is the road rage. You can't get anything done on here because it's just a road rage app.
Yeah. Too many people are attacking other people for whatever reason.
I mean, think about that. How can we ever get equilibrium in the Middle East or even in the US or Europe or wherever, or our own lives, if we can't stop the road rage? The road rage is the problem.
The problem is that they create an equilibrium. Why do they create that equilibrium?
Because that's what the philosophy says, is the balance of the yin and yang, the black and white, gives abundance and strength and courage and joy, and prosperity. I mean, you can't really focus.
We want black and black. We don't want black and white.
It's fear. The
But
issue is
everything
fear.
must be dark and light. Good and evil,
I don't
dark
think
and
we
light,
need the dark.
everything. You have to.
Why do we need the dark?
It's not good and bad, black and white. It's something and nothing, or nothing and something. There's an expression, it says, keep smiling, nothing is miserable. I don't know, I've had disasters in my life, multiple bankruptcies, and I'm going through another bankruptcy. I'm about to have another disaster, and my boss isn't even copying and pasting, the correct responses anymore. She's just copying and pasting what I copy and paste her. There's a dysfunction and something happening that might rip this country apart, or rip Europe apart, or rip Asia apart. I mean, we could see a World War III cataclysmic event that make your tragedies insignificant. Have you ever seen a city of 13 million people blow up with a thermonuclear weapon delivered by a Satan II missile system out of the western shores of Russia? Like, Russia could possibly do what we do to them, but probably not first. And I'm telling you that the secret society, it's not lesbians and purple-haired Democrats. It could be some type of nefarious, outside of government agency or organization like the one in my PTR. Something like that. I think it's Skull and Bones, personally. Because every Yale graduate... There has to be a European and an American connection between these secret societies. And they are the ones running it.
The Skull and Bones, all of them, the Knights of the Round Table,
Yeah.
the Kevlar, all of them, all one.
The Rosicrucians?
Rosicrucians too, yeah. I mean, I've heard it's that the Bavarian Illuminati is like the real one, the Illuminati group or whatever. But they started America. That's the point.
What about the Scottish Rite?
The Scottish Rite too.
Well, now they've taken over all the celebrities. Almost all of them.
But, okay, so Scientology is technically an extension of the original secret society then, which is what the Founding Fathers were in, which was essentially Freemasonry.
Yeah.
Because
Where do Quakers go? I like them.
they're still living the Amish lifestyle.
I like those Quakers.
But there are temples around me here in Chicago, and the biggest temple of Masonry ever built was in Chicago. It was the skyscraper of Chicago. It was called the Masonry Building, and I have an ancient postcard from 1902. Like, Masonry was big because post-Civil War, Masonry was technically the reunification, but through Masonry, because the South and the North unified through Masonry. They hated Catholicism, they hated Protestantism, or they hated Anglicism, or the King's Church. Masonry is modern-day magic or Kabbalah. And Aleister Crowley was in it, and a lot of Americans are in it, and a lot of American presidents are in it, meaning that they study the philosophy, and they call themselves brothers.
You do know that they're predominantly run by Protestants and Jews, right?
Yes, I agree.
Do they jerk off together?
Probably.
Yeah, I've heard that at Skull and Bones, they jerk off on you in a casket as you pretend to die, and then get resurrected in their cum.
Skull and Bones is a different thing. It's not the same thing.
They initiate 10 brothers every year in Skull and Bones, and everybody jizzes on each other. That's how you get into the club.
That's just a different thing.
I mean,
I forgot their nicknames.
J.D. Vance is the Skull and Bones candidate.
They invented football.
They invented everything. They made all the churches. They did it all
They're
else.
all going through some sort of secret society. I mean,
They made all of the religions up to blind people from the truth.
But see, I don't think that they're anti-academic. I think that the societies now are no longer academic. They're just not academic. It's essentially become an institution, and that's the danger, where they're not even aware of their own intelligence. Alex Soros, look at Alex Soros' Instagram. This is one of the richest men in the world. Look at it. Look at Alex Soros' Instagram. Talk about it.
When was it not like that? That's a question.
Why would he have to be intelligent?
You don't have to be intelligent. You have to be selective.
Yeah, I guess I'm complaining about the fact that they don't have to do any academic research.
You don't need to be smart to be a dude. You guys understand that there's the... Who do you vote for? Who do you vote for? You vote for
Trump.
the...
Trump.
No, but why? Because he's a candidate, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and how does he become a candidate?
He puts himself forward through his will.
No, that's not how. Like you have a selection process, right?
I know, but he puts himself forth, and the selection process chooses him because he decided to put himself forth.
Okay. Well, I think it's more than that, because there's a lot of people who would like to set themselves forth, and then they're not really candidates now, are they? So who?
I know, but not everybody's as sophisticated as Donald Trump. He's a terrific troll. Like, he has been trolling the media for his whole career.
You have people that are much more sophisticated and much more fit than Trump. You have people who are more sophisticated than Bush.
No, I disagree. Because Trump connected with the American psyche in his promises with the border and this and that. He was Trucker Joe's guy. He was the plumber's candidate, and that's how he put himself forth.
Right. So okay, Donald Trump is America first, but Israel first. Yeah, we understand how that goes, but I'm wondering, is there not one American who is actually putting American interests ahead? Not one.
Yeah, Ron Paul was the guy. He was the only guy ever who got close.
Not gonna be president, exactly.
I gave money to Ron Paul. I met Ron Paul. I could post a picture with Ron Paul. The point is, the guy is not Donald Trump. Donald Trump, when he said, "Yeah, if I was in charge, your ass would be in jail, bitch." You know, Ron Paul is an ocular eye surgeon or he's a maternity surgeon. Anyways, my point is, he gives birth to children. He's a nice guy. Trump is connected, and he's a tough guy. Like, he went through the mafia. He's a tough guy.
Right, okay, but Trump became president. Was she put in prison?
Of course not. He loves her. They're best friends.
Well, these are things people say. But like, okay, what did you accomplish here?
Nothing. This is politics. This is the dirty game.
No, well that's it. That's because these people are selected. Exactly.
No, I don't think so.
You don't really get a choice.
I think it's selected, but it's like a decentralized selection.
They just like you have a choice.
I do agree with this decentralized selection after a certain point. To get to that point, you have to be selected, and that is not decentralized. You don't believe in a deep state. You don't believe it's a uniparty.
I believe that Trump was that outlier who got beyond the standard means, and he won. I mean, he wasn't necessarily selected in the way that you think. You have this Jewish derangement syndrome conspiracy theory, but that's because you still think there are these things called the Jews or Zionists. There's no such thing as Muslims or Muslims. There's barely a thing called Christians or Christendom. I'm telling you that this word game in English is a big problem.
100% is a Jewish installment. Donald Trump is
When the aliens come,
Listen, his father accumulated the vast resources, but the banks during his casino runs, everyone was fucked. Whenever a bank, because a lot of banks aren't capitalized and they make fraudulent loans. Everybody's doing fraud. I don't know what your point is. My point is that I believe there has to be a well-organized secret society which is constantly plotting, constantly positioning, constantly installing. It's probably Skull and Bones. I think they're out of Yale. I think they have to be the most well-run, organized conspiracy.
Before we get to who you think it is, do you acknowledge that group exists? Because to me it seems like there's conflicting beliefs here. Like you're saying, I think it's...
that group definitely exists, and I'm not gonna say more.
No, I mean, go on YouTube and just type in Skull and Bones movie, and then you can go to the Wikipedia page. Yeah.
Look up Andrew Meyer.
Yeah, look up Don't Tase Me, bro. That's why Andrew Meyer is kind of he's like legit, because he called him out for being Skull and Bones, right, to John Kerry?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rabbi, that's the thing is, in America, there is a Yale legacy fraternity that has Geronimo's skull, and they do these satanic rituals, and the military does them too. It's a German satanic cult society, and now they're probably woke, so you can't even tell that it's like, technically out of Germany, but this is what Skull and Bones is. It's a big thing, and there's thousands of members, thousands of associates. massive business interest. I used to work for Eddie Lampert, who is a Skull and Bonesman. He went to Yale, and the press secretary, Steve Mnuchin, I used to work for him too. He's a Skull and Bonesman. He was the Treasury Secretary. So these people have come out of that organization. They're highly successful because you got to be pretty smart to get in there to begin with. But it's a diversified group of Jews and Protestants and Baptists and Lutherans and every other religion under the sun. Muslims, everybody. They'll take anybody. That's the game.
Or do we just keep going? Why do you think we need to be smart to be there?
Because, well, you can get positioned there if you're legacy, but if you want to break in, you got to basically be a perfect SAT. They're not going to take somebody who isn't organically a high IQ person.
That's what we're talking about.
Huh?
It's all nepotism.
Not everything is everything. You can't make all or nothing statements. Excuse me? Oh, okay, I'm gonna leave. I'm done then. You guys can enjoy Nora's interesting conversations.
That's not about bloodline necessarily. It's nepotism for sure. It's who owns your ass. That has nothing to do with your intellect. You don't need smart people to change the world. So you just need obedient people.
Bro, I'm not talking about even if you're accurate, I'm still talking about us in the room. Like, how do we achieve super secret success?
You achieve success regardless of, what defines success?
Success is only the
Success means breaking free from the paradigm of accepting your position in life.
Okay.
I feel like I've been successful of that. Just doing my own thing.
That can be argued. You could say that that's great. What if you're successful? What would you then be unsatisfied with what you have?
Well, like maybe achieving $1 billion in a adjusted gross income, and legally doing it somehow, because
I don't need $1 billion. Give me $10 million of that.
Okay. Well, anyways,
Even if you do achieve that, how did you get it? What did you have to do? Who did you have to step on?
Go study.
How many dicks did you have to suck?
well,
No, that's not.
look at the YouTube CEO. She just died, Susan Wojcicki. Her son also committed suicide 15 months prior to her death. I sold a domain name to a guy who killed himself, and he was worth $800 million. His name is this is how much of a loser he is. Nobody can even remember his name anymore. Tony Hsieh, and he got manipulated by a bunch of all his friends. He was living in a $30 million mansion in Colorado. He burned himself up in the shed outside the house, huffing on nitrous, and burned himself to death with a plug-in electric space heater. The point is, genius. How do you cultivate genius within yourself without going through this vast, rigorous academic, collegiate bullshit? How do you free yourself from your paradigm? I'm not comparing myself to people. I'm telling you about really rich people that die in tragedy, like Kobe Bryant. Died in a helicopter crash. He was worth $300 million.
There's a lot of dumb people who are nepotism in certain positions, etc. Unfortunately, you don't have that capability. What you can do is actually go through the right way, which these people didn't do, but you can still make it if you do it the right way. And you're not going to make it the same way they did. You're not going to make $1 billion, most likely. But you can still do it. Elon Musk, for example, is an example. But that's a very rare. You're not going to be Elon Musk, but you can make 10 million. You can make 5
Well,
million.
he's a legitimate genius. I don't know manufacturing and engineering. Like, he knows everything. He knows electronics. He knows computer science, software. Like, he's a genius. I'm a moron on an app talking to a fake rabbi.
But I wouldn't even say that he is someone who knows how to connect things. He's an entrepreneur. He knows how to make things happen. What prevents you? Like, I'm thinking about what prevents me from doing that. Oh, it's because I have a job. Because I have a job, I can't focus on creating my own software, and then I can't focus on building relations, trying to sell it. I'm not developing these skills, or applying these skills if developed, because I have a job, for example. He has a different type of situation that allows him to do whatever.
No, listen. I listen to him every day at 8 o'clock. He goes live on X. He's still full of anxiety and he works his ass off. To me, that's not retirement. I like the good life of retirement. I don't want to work.
He could retire. He could retire, dude.
But he chooses not to, and he eats cheeseburgers and sucks down milkshakes while I create Elon Musk ASMR videos of him drinking milkshakes in Tesla that go viral. We're living in a weird reality where I can now live stream billionaires who don't give a fuck that I'm live streaming them. The point is, listening to you versus recording Elon Musk, there's a big pay grade difference between recording a fake rabbi who goes by Brother Nathaniel, who's a fucking neurotic Canadian Jordanian shawarma maker, versus recording the owner and creator of Tesla and PayPal and other multi-billion-dollar organizations. Your advice is ugats. Okay, Rabbi? Hate to tell you that. Listen, go to Fat Life and go jerk yourself off tonight while Bonsoir goes marry some rich doctor in Vancouver.
Yeah, that's what's up. But who is denying that? Like, obviously. But you have to understand how you said it, that's not the retirement plan. So your goal is upside down. Elon Musk can retire. But that's not his goal. He's focusing more on what he's actually accomplishing. I think that's primarily what allows him to accomplish. Right? But if his goal is just to retire, he could have done that a long time ago. See, but you don't see the difference here? If your goal is retirement, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Your end goal is the money. Well, money is just like a byproduct. Does that make sense? That doesn't make sense to you, Adrian, I know that. But that's what it is. Tell me, why doesn't he retire?
More money, more problems.
I don't even think he's real. I don't think he's a real person. I think he's something else.
He has $1/4 of a trillion. Like, what more? He's not doing it for the money. I don't think he is. He has all the money in the world. Shit, I told you, I don't want $1 billion. Give me 10 million, I'm happy.
And?
Yeah, 10 million, I'm happy. I don't. I mean, there's a certain limit, and after that, like, it's not gonna change your life. What, 10 million? No, I think 10. I mean, that sounds like 10 million No, I know, but I can invest 10 million. I can turn it into more. But what I'm saying is, if I have 10 million, let's say I'm secured with, say, adjusted to inflation, okay? If I can maintain that 10 million adjusted to inflation, my life isn't gonna change much if I have 100 million. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what are you gonna be able to return on him consistently annually?
Well, I don't see why I wouldn't be able to. I'm already doing it, but not with 10 million, obviously. I don't have 10 million, but I'm already doing it. I don't see why I won't be able to continue doing it. My point here is what I'm saying. Even if you don't grow, let's say you remain at the same standard of living, it's not gonna affect me much. Money makes a big difference when you don't have much, and then there's a certain point where it turns. Huh?
Diminishing return. They say that I was
correct, exactly.
Maybe happier after like it used to be like 75 grand, but it must be like 100 grand now.
Yeah, we know. We've read all the articles, Mr. T-Robs. Mr. T-Robs, I'd like my $150 in shekels today for confirming that Adrian Dittman is indeed the Elon Musk. You Northern Irish little leprechaun, pay me my money now. I want me fucking leprechaun shekels, you little 4'2" midget leprechaun. I want me fucking money now. Give me my money, Mr. T-Robs. You little Jew, you little Indian giver leprechaun, I want me fucking money, leprechaun money now, you leprechaun, me lucky charms. Where's me fucking leprechaun lucky charms? Where's my money, Mr. T-Robs?
The real Jew actually paid me and just fucking wanted me.
Where's me fucking money, Mr. T-Robs? Look, there's a leprechaun up in the tree. That's a leprechaun in the tree. That's Mr. T-Robs. Anyways, you owe me $150.
Or what? What was the bet?
The bet is that Adrian Dittman is Elon Musk, and I confirmed it 100 times now.
How you could, dude,
I could just imagine you and your family coming through Ellis Island in 1900 and somebody's like, hey, I want to sell you 40 acres and a mule for $1. And you're like, hey, Daddy, he wants to sell us a 40 acres and a mule for $1, Daddy.
Is that the way people spoke back then? But if they're working at the same time, you lost the bet.
That's right.
Listen, I've confirmed that you owe me $150. I'll get it from you eventually.
Did you ask your rabbi?
I don't need to ask my rabbi. I am my own rabbi.
Why not?
You may not like that fact, but we are all our own guru, including Mr. T-Rabs here. It's called preservation of self.
Where did you learn that?
It's not the preservation of the human race. That's for the morons. The preservation of self is the real race. This is a game. We may think this is like, just for fun, but we are doing a very subversive political realignment through this app. If you run for office, I'll donate to your campaign, but you'll still owe me $150.
This fucking guy's cheating me.
But you're all
Listen, no, I ran for office. Nobody on this app gave me a fucking penny. Nobody even offered to help or do anything.
Will you do it again?
Yeah, I'm gonna run for Congress and Senate. I'm gonna run again.
Okay, do you have a video? Do you have a campaign? What do you have?
I got 60 cell phones, 50 YouTubes, 30 Instagrams, 50 Instagram. I mean, I can do what I can do. It's unprofessional, but nonetheless. Pepe Pepitane is here. Hi, Pepe. I heard you on an X space recently.
Are you getting tickets? I am addicted to it. I've got all kinds of free shit.
Can you imagine Chicago cheeseburger and if the president, how he would deal with like Putin and fucking like shitting thing and all that shit?
He's tough on
I'd create a clubhouse room. I'd say, gentlemen, please join. We're gonna have a big audience. I'm green bean you right away.
And you would do like meditation hypnosis, Zen Buddhism shit.
Which do you
I mean, I can prove to you very quickly that my knowledge is very useful and helpful by just saying, take the deepest breath of the day. Really do it. Be quiet, be silence, and then you'll realize, oh God, he's right. I am a motor mouth, and I use an automated brain all the time. Breathing is the secret. Silence is the secret. That's what the philosophy says. When you do the symbol of putting the finger to your lips and you go shh, and you really be quiet, you'll see the beauty and the joy of the silence. The nothingness is beautiful. T-Rubs, this would be like listening to you all day long and then not having to listen to you, and you'd be like, Jesus Christ, thank God. Whew. Fuck. It's quiet, finally. It's fucking silent. I don't have to listen to this fucking guy anymore. Wow.
It's not gonna drop it until you pay an asking sad. You all have to. You made the bet and you lost the bet.
Listen, you guys can just go on and on with this nonsense. It doesn't matter. You owe me the $150, and I've proven evidence in many, many Instagrams and many, many Twitters and many, many YouTubes, and I've recorded Elon Musk, and my videos have gotten thousands of views, and you owe me $150 fucking dollars, and you're gonna pay up, you little Northern Irish leprechaun. If you don't pay up, I'm gonna go to the beach and meet a beautiful Irish woman named Shannon and fuck her in the ass on my boat and say, when I bust my nut, I'm gonna say, T-Robs! T-Robs! You owe me $150! Listen, T-Robs, just go to YouTube and type in T-Robs song and you can see how I commemorated the Northern Irish. Just know that you disgraced your whole people by letting me make a song about T-Robs, the cheap Irish potato snitch. My #1 record in Trump Records Incorporated.
Telling me how much they're obsessed with me, but I've never had someone say that they're going to come and scream out my name.
Well, welcome to Rabbi Randy McDickerson's shul. This is Rabbi McDickerson's tshuva. This is Rabbi McDickerson's Rabbi Lazer Brody, Rabbi Shalom Arish Tuchis inside of Yerushalayim. Rebbeinu Shalayim.
That's right. You do? Okay, if you have all the evidence, how can you explain that they spoke at the same time?
Because he's got 2 cell phones.
So how can he talk?
But how can he talk at the same time?
You talk on one, you hit mute. You grab your other phone and you hit mute. Oh, okay. Show me the video. You guys are so stupid. I don't even know why you guys think this is like a fun thing to like, have fun with. This is lame. It's a fact. Dude, you owe me $150, motherfucker. That's right. Go eat. You don't even know how to make shawarma, T-Robs. You don't even know how to make falafel. At least this camel-nosed motherfucker knows how to do something useful with his life. Have you seen Rabbi Randy? He has to block out his nose in all his photos.
What on my nose?
A camel.
Motherfucker, you've never seen how I look like.
I've seen your face. I've got lots of screenshots of you. You've posted your photo before. You look like you work in a church or something, or some monastery.
Yeah, that's not me, dude.
Oh, that's not you? You're cooler than that?
PTR the picture, you think is me. I don't have a picture of me in a month.
It doesn't matter what you look like.
It doesn't matter what I look like. I look like a toenail anyways.
Yeah. So what's your point, T-Robs? The point is you owe me $150 fucking T-Robs, and I want me fucking leprechaun and fucking shekels, you little bastard. Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna do a new T-Robs song to humiliate you. This is called T-Robs owes me $150 because Adrian Dittman is Elon Musk.
You might dog, who's your big ass bitch? Not right? Yes.
It's so funny. I imagine him actually fucking an Irish bitch in the ass on the beach, and then when he comes, he says,
Okay, this.
Do you live with chronic knee pain as you age?
No, I got chronic shoulder pain like my rabbi. Okay, I'm gonna put this on YouTube, and I'm gonna send it to Elon Musk and Adrian Dittman. Okay, hi, this is a message to Elon Musk and Adrian Dittman. This is Adrian Dittman, and this is a response video to an angry Northern Irishman and an angry Jordanian shawarma falafel maker known as Rabbi Randy McDickerson in the Propagandize These Nuts rooms. But this song is dedicated to T-Robs because this broke-ass Irish potato snitch owes me $150 for confirming that Elon Musk is actually Adrian Dittman. And Adrian Dittman, with two T's and two N's, is actually Elon Musk. And this cheap, Jew-hating Irish potato snitch won't pay this Jew motherfucker his $150 because he's honestly a broke-ass potato bitch! You're a bitch, T-Robs! You angry, sourpuss snitch! This is the Electro-Celtic T-Rob song dedicated to the destruction of Northern Ireland, because T-Robs is a bitch. Oh, thank God my doctor's here. Hi, doctor. Can you please tell this potato snitch leprechaun bitch that he's a little snitch?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
What's Adrian trying to say? He's trying to say that Mr. here owes him money, although he owes Mr. money. How would that be? Because they made a bet that Elon Musk is this other guy, and Adrian has a lot of evidence that he is, but he can't explain how they can speak at the same time. So in reality, he lost the bet.
Doctor knows about my attempts to basically troll Adrian Dittman, aka Elon Musk, by creating many, many videos of Adrian Dittman speaking, which is clearly Elon Musk.
Oh, you're talking about Elon Musk that's on this app?
No, on X. Adrian Dittman on X is Elon Musk. Every night at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, Elon Musk, aka Adrian Dittman, creates a space. It's called The Conversation, and he talks with 2 of his employees at Tesla.
So you're copying his name?
I'm creating shorts of him talking. My most successful videos are Elon Musk drinking a milkshake in his Tesla. Elon Musk talking about his ADHD and Adderall addiction problem. Like, I've got all kinds of videos of Elon Musk saying stupid shit. It's real. And T-Robs owes me $150 fucking dollars.
I am Elon Musk.
Oh yeah, like T-Robs is one to analyze Elon Musk's speech patterns. You sound like you came out of a box of leprechaun fucking Lucky Charms, you little fuck. You fucking little bitch. You're a potato snitch. Fucking little bitch with your hook nose itch. My name is T-Robs. I think I'm strong. I think I get laid. I haven't had my dick touched by a woman in fucking 5 years since I got my vaccine. I like to complain. I like to say I could fly a plane, but I never became a pilot. I'm 4'6". I gotta be at least 5'6". T-Robs. 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 He's a white racist in Northern Ireland. Fuck that bitch. He's a Jew-hating snitch. An Irish leprechaun bitch. This has been Donald Trump Recording Incorporated. Thank you, Mr. T-Robs, for helping us get in touch with our favorite billionaire, Elon Musk, a.k.a. Adrian Dittman. I complain every day. T-Robs is my name, they say. Complain, complain, complain today. This is the cadence from my leprechaun ways. T-Robs is a bitch. T-Robs is a snitch. Leprechaun way, regiment forward, march. T-Robs, T-Robs, T-Robs. His family couldn't make it to America in 1778, so he's still a little bitch, living like a poor little snitch in an leprechaun patch of potato bitch. T-Robs, T-Robs, got a big mouth. He thinks he knows the way. He's just a leprechaun, couldn't make it to America. Sits on his computer all day, picking away like a little bitch. He's a potato snitch, complaining little itch on my arse. Okay, thanks everybody. This is Donald Trump Recording Incorporated. Vote Trump and go to the gym, fatties.
Why can't you explain why they smoke at the same time? I really want you to win the match, but you have to explain why.
Listen, you can repeat yourself till my balls go blue. I don't really care. T-Robs is my little bitch. I took that potato snitch and I made a double-baked potato with fucking cheddar on top and some chives and a New York strip to celebrate the bitch known as T-Robs, the potato snitch. Couldn't make it to America in 1778 because he was a slave. His family were Irish pygmy slaves. He came out of JS's breath, her fought in the West. T-Robs, 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 T-Robs. Oh, thank God. Got him. Woo! Thanks, Rabbi. Really, that was the crossover that I was looking for. Thank you for letting me humiliate that little Northern Irish leprechaun.
Now that he's gone, I will make you believe that Elon Musk is the same guy.
No, 100% it is. No, I'm not even kidding. Like, it's 100%.
So how did this become time?
Bro, you keep repeating yourself. Do you really want me to talk? I mean, I'll tell you and I'll play the clips. You want to hear clips? I'll play the clips.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, great. Because honestly, if you want the evidence, I've got the clips. I've really got the work. I really did the work.
No, it's not about the clips. What he's asking you is how are they able to speak at the same time?
I hear the question. I'm not retarded. Here we go. Here are the clips.
That's not the fucking issue, dumb fuck.
Again, this question.
Oh wait, that's not the clip.
Recorded or not? I'm not asking you to fucking play anything like you like to fucking play your dumb shit.
I hate to tell you this, but anything I say to you won't matter unless you hear Elon Musk actually talking. And this is Elon Musk.
I don't fucking want to hear Elon Musk talk. I've already heard him talk 1,000 fucking times. Hearing him talk again.
I myself only started here about a year ago. Actually, over a year ago now. I started with 10 followers. Here you go, 10 followers. I joined a space, and they asked me the most retarded bullshit you could probably think of. What happens if you were to clone yourself and then talk to that clone? Is that ethical? That was literally the first question that I received on Spaces. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. And then I somehow managed to eloquently provide a nuanced answer as to the ethics of not only cloning yourself, but then having intercourse with said clone. Which was hilarious as fuck to them, because it's like, is this guy 4chan as a person? Because I think X was like...
There you go. I think that's sufficient evidence. I can play more. I've got lots of Elon Musk clips now. It's the only thing I really care about. I do this social audio recording stuff every day. I wouldn't have bet him $150 unless I was 100% sure. And I have enough evidence and literally 100 videos of Elon Musk talking through the Adrian Dittman profile on Twitter Spaces every night. It's called the conversation.
Yeah, that's fine, and you're still not comprehending. That's fine and dandy. I would listen to all the evidence that you may have, but it still doesn't prove anything unless you can play it.
It doesn't prove anything. It's like I could just audio engineer this stuff and make it up as if this guy isn't Elon Musk. You guys are so stupid. The accounts are connected. There's a lot of everything is coordinated, because you listen to him and then he jumps off and he goes into his Elon profile and he talked to Trump and then he came back on the Dittman, like then he talked. It's the same. You're so stupid. Anyways, it doesn't matter. He owes me $150. My work here is complete. Thank you for letting me propagandize these nuts.
That's right.
I mean, I hope you know that I trust you because I know the Fakhuris and I know that they're awesome people. So it's like, I know you're not really a Jew hater. I know you're just, an idiot.
Oh, no, I do think that Jews are the lowest of the low.
Well, that could be true, but I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't think you're a violent person. So to me, that's what's actually important.
No, I'm not gonna go killing Jews, no. But I would excommunicate them completely. Like, I just did it today, in fact. I have a friend who's a Jewess, and I had to cancel her, unfortunately.
I mean, you got to do what's good for you, man. I mean, I think, I've heard a lot of Jews tell me, stick up for yourself. So it's like, okay, well, with that type of reasoning, I mean, but you still might not course correct. That's the problem. Is that if you really want to be a happy person, you have to let go of your hate, anger, because those weigh you down. You can't really be free. You really can't be as productive or successful as you want with weight in your head. And that's what I'm trying to say is being retarded is enlightenment, meaning that you scramble your brain like a bag of rags and you let go of all your stupidity. Because this is honestly just like Comic-Con. And if you can't accept that, like, you're never even going to be able to have fun with your kids if you're lucky enough to have fucking kids. I mean, I know you're vaccinated. Chances are you'll never splurt out any children, and your vaccinated wife will never have children. But I might just be projecting my own balls.
I'm not